We were in the Badlands hiking, and Mark wanted to get a really good shot over the edge. And so he walks around the corner and he asked me to film it for him. So I'm filming. And all of a sudden, he just like jumps and starts like almost running. I thought he was literally going to fall over the mountain or whatever it was, canyon. But there was a rattlesnake on the end. So at least he didn't get hurt, but it was quite funny. Wait till you see the video. It's hilarious. I laughed so hard, I almost beat my pants.
And your husband almost dying by a rattlesnake bite. They're falling off a cliff. It's funny.
It was just funny. You have to see it. Lordy mercy. Rattlesnake?
Oh, shit.
What?
Fuck.
What?
Fucking snake.
So, who's really scared of snakes? What did it do? It's funny, not
Scared
funny.
the shit out of me. Oh, so last night there was a storm. We were gonna do laundry, but then we found out we had no laundry detergent, and we didn't buy any from the store before it closed. So, yep, there's that.
It's a good thing we didn't know, because we would have been stuck. And that storm was bad.
We did. We walked up across the street on this hill, this cliff, and it overlooks a river. But the river, it's a muddy river.
It looked like milk.
It looked like chocolate.
It's gross.
And then there's signs that we saw said swim at your own risk. And like, who would swim there? We're calling this river the Milky Way. Milky Way River, because it's like mud. This is coming up from the dirt. Yeah, so we're on our way to the Badlands. We're gonna go into the Ben Raphael.
I don't know how you pronounce it either.
Put it right here somewhere. But we're gonna go into that entrance because it's only 6 miles away from a town called Interior.
But I will say this, the KOA, and it's the Badlands White River KOA, it is, for like a small holiday type KOA, very nice. They actually have what they call a cookout, but they serve food. So tonight is spaghetti and salad, so we just need to make it back sometime before 8 o'clock.
We never make it back in time.
Oh, we have to tonight. I really want spaghetti.
They do have meatball subs tonight too, which sounds good. Last night I had a Philly cheese, and it was probably the best one I've had. It was weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're in a small town called,
Interior.
here's the gas station. It's called Cowboys Corner. He said, just pump it and come on in. I think somebody just broke out. There's a city jail. A little sketchy at the Cowboy Corner there. I went in and asked Miss Rita, whatever her name was. She was nice. She said, oh, you just go out there and pump, darling, and let me know what you get. I went out there to pump, and the handle was broke. It took me like 15 minutes to figure out how to get the handle up. Then I looked around, she picked it around the van. She's like, did you get it, honey? I'm like, yeah, I figured it out. And then I had Amy look at the gauge and tell me when it's full, so I knew when to cut it off. Went back in there, didn't like one of my credit cards in our machine, so I used a different one. I know the other one works because I've been using it for gas. Anyway, we're at Badlands. Woo! We have made it to the Badlands successfully. Pause for a photograph. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Pretty cool, huh? Touch the pointy feet. Let's go. Those hurt. We're in Badlands. You want to see him?
July 4th, kind of reflecting back on our South Dakota trip, we did the Badlands, or Makosika as they call it. I'm sure I'm probably not saying that right, but it was our 11th national park on this trip. I was not expecting what we experienced in the Badlands. It was just truly amazing. No matter what kind of traveler you are, the Badlands has so much to offer. Between wildlife viewing, hiking, or just doing the observation loop. The 30-mile loop drive offers 15 different overlooks of this amazing park. If you're an avid hiker like we are, or you just want a small hike, the Badlands has it all. One of my favorite hikes, which I highly recommend, is the Notch Trail. It is a 1.5 mile out and back hike that is considered moderate. It features a 50-foot wooden ladder, a scenic hike through the canyon, which takes you out to the Notch, which is an overlook of the White River Valley below.
What?
Well, I can do it like myself, so I think I am doing good.
She's planning out how she's gonna get upstairs.
Not up. We're gonna have to hold down. Down. And the coolest part was the Yellow Mounds overlook. We actually got to climb up on the Yellow Mounds and take pictures. It was just completely different than anything I think I've ever seen before. You know, we've seen like the buttes in Utah and other places, but the Yellow Mounds were just so cool with the colors and everything that it just was absolutely beautiful.
We are at the trail of Yellow Mountains.
We got the best pictures at night from the Badlands, and some of it was my camera on my iPhone, which doesn't take really good pictures at night, but it kind of like shuttered it because I was moving and didn't realize if you move that it's going to take a different picture. But the picture actually turned out absolutely amazing. This has probably been one of my favorite parks to be at night. So one of the coolest things for me was seeing the goats up in the mountain on the spotting scope, because that's not something that we had seen during this whole tour. So it was really cool because we got to catch up with some of our friends. They're actually from Michigan, so Marcus has a lot in common with them since he lived out there for a while. But we met them in Florida through some other friends of ours. They are full-time RVers, which I'm so envious of. But it's really cool because they really understand like the whole RV life, and it wasn't just about campgrounds, but they actually like just kind of go to like BLM, and which is Bureau of Land Management, which they had such a cool site. I was a little jealous, but the KOA and that dinner thing at night was really right up my alley. But it was really great catching up with them and seeing them. So thank you for taking us to the rodeo and really showing us the true South Dakota. On July 4th, we went to the rodeo because we were in this small town. I think there's population less than 100. But it was so cool because we were sitting at the rodeo, and this gentleman next to me, the rodeo guy announces kind of get to know your neighbor a little bit. And the gentleman sitting next to me says, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Florida." And here I am in shorts and my sandals. And okay, number one, don't wear sandals to a rodeo. Because we did have to throw those away after I stepped in some type of manure on the way home. But the guy says to me, he says, "Okay, first of all," he goes, "we don't complain about storms unless there's like golf balls size hail." The second thing was, Cody's not a real rodeo, that's all performance, which I don't really agree with. And third, prairie dogs aren't cute. So he did give us some really cool things to see in South Dakota. The next video, you'll see the Dignity statue, which was just awe-inspiring, absolutely amazing. I don't know, I really wasn't expecting everything to be so amazing there. you wouldn't think 30 miles of just a park that you could drive really in an hour. Of course, if you stop, it's going to take more time. But there just to be so much beauty and so many different things. It was just, South Dakota is definitely up there in my top 5 of the U.S. states so far that we've been to. So this was my first time that Marcus actually let me produce this video. So I'm pretty proud of it. I just want to say I love you, Marcus, and thank you for giving me this opportunity, because usually he does this and he's so good at it. And I made him go through so many different aspects of the video, like stopping and doing slow motion on the whole rattlesnake incident, which is still pretty freaking amazing to me. It makes me laugh. But I just want to say thank you. This was my first time producing, and he'll call me the junior producer, I'm pretty sure, in the credits, but really I produced it. He's the executive producer though, so. But love you, hun. Thanks. If you like this video, give us a like and thumbs up, and please keep watching. We still have so many different travels in our van, which we absolutely love, the Aloha. Please subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to read our journals on theTatesTravel.com. Tate out. Look, Tate out this time. One singular Tate.
He thought it was funny that I almost got killed by a rattlesnake.
No, it was funny after the fact, because I've never
After the
seen
fact
him
that I
move
almost got killed by.
fast.
This old man's got moves. Especially, that's how you know
That's funny.
when Marcus Tate finds a rattlesnake. So when you walk by all this grass here, it just sounds like there's snakes in there.
You a little leery, honey?
Now I'm very, very snake conscious and aware. Instead of bear aware like in Yellowstone, it should be snake aware.
Snake aware.
Be snake aware.